Brian, just a quick catch-up and recruitment so far. You must be pleased with the quality that's come in.
Yeah, I definitely think we've acted quickly this year. After the Swindon game and after securing safety, it was important that we moved quickly, and I think has helped us because players like to get sorted out what they're doing for the following season as quickly as possible so they can relax and go and enjoy their holiday. And I think the fact that we've acted quickly, it's probably put agents under a bit of pressure because there's been an offer on the table from Shrewsbury Town, and for them to then chase other clubs who might be a wee bit slower to react, hopefully has helped us recruit the ones that we have recruited. And I think we're all pleased and quite excited about the ones we've brought in, and hopefully definitely strengthened the squad going forward.
I guess that shows the importance of Luffy coming in and the gaffer getting on top of the targets that he had very early.
Yeah, I mean it was a conversation that myself and the chairman had prior to coming in here, and then obviously when Mickey as well prior to coming here when I arrived here in February about recruitment. And now I'm a great believer that if you don't get your recruitment right, then it can affect your whole season ahead. So we all decided that it was the right thing to bring Adam in on a full-time basis to look after the recruitment. And so obviously the work has been carried out between March when Adam started and obviously the May and the season ending, so that all the targets were there. There was planning for who we wanted to go for, and obviously we've moved quickly as well.
I guess fans can see the type of player that Mickey wants to bring in. League One ready. He talks about a lot of experience and quite young as well, some of them.
Yeah, I think, there's a number of factors we always look at with players. Age is an important one, and obviously League One as well. So Mickey set out straight away when, before even the Friday before the Swindon game, when he, myself and the chairman and Mickey all sat down, he was saying, I want League One players who are, capable, who we know what they can do in League One, and hopefully we can then kick on this season.
And looking at it as well, numbers wise, I guess there's a few more to come, a few more plates spinning.
Yeah, there's always plates spinning. It's actually been a very busy close season, as it always is. A number on the go just now, 2 or 3 things on the go which hopefully will come to fruition. But as you say, there are always plates spinning. There are a number of positions that Mickey's identified that we still need to strengthen. But it's obviously not as many as it was come the end of the season. So because we've signed so many of them as early as possible, but we've still got 2 or 3 that are on the go just now.
Reading in the media as well, Lee Novak's still one of them.
Here we go again. Lee Novak, there's still no interest in Lee Novak because we can't afford Lee Novak and know what kind of salary he's looking for, and it's not something that Shrewsbury Town will be pursuing, despite the constant barracking that we seem to be getting that Lee Novak's coming to Shrewsbury Town. I still haven't spoken to his agent, I still haven't spoken to him, and I can swear on my kid's life and my wife's life that is true.
Looking at the other bits and existing players with Junior, Jason and Cal signing as well, shows that a few of the squad from last year are part of Mickey's plan still.
Yeah, they were ones. Obviously there was a number of players offered contracts at the end of the season. We were delighted to get Jason and Junior out the way, and Callum as well, so it's good to get them signed up, which I think are 3 good signings for the club. There are obviously a few other offers still out there. James Wesolowski and Nat, both their agents have been in touch with, as you would expect, counter offers to our offer. We haven't heard anything from Mark Halstead as yet, so we'll obviously monitor these ones as well and see where we're going. Mickey's in constant touch about everything, so he's now back from holiday. He was away the last 2 weeks, but he's back the weekend there, so we've been speaking more regularly as well.
With those players who still have to sign a contract, is there like a cut-off date for them?
Yeah, it's a month from the offer, my understanding is, so it's I think the offer is there until that time, until the agent gets back in touch with them as well. So we'll monitor it and see how it goes. At the end of the day, there are players, if players don't want to be here, they don't want to be here. I'm a great believer, next, let's move on. If people don't want to be here, then do we want them here? So that's not to say any of the 3 that we're talking about are like that, but players have got their own mind to make up, and that's football for you. If they think they can do better or go elsewhere and get more money or a better option for them, then why not go and do it?
Last week as well, the Portugal Football League, or EFL, meeting, so a few little things covered there, and you didn't go in the end.
No, I didn't. I stayed behind here. Got quite a lot of work done last week, which was great. There's so much going on just now off the park, between the training grounds and obviously the signings as well that we were able to do with junior and things. There's things on the go all the time. I think it's I stayed behind, and the chairman and James that went along, so that was good because it gave me a lot of time to get things on. I haven't actually fully caught up with everything yet from the EFL conference in Portugal, and there are a number of different things that I will need to find out, which I'll get in time and catch up with. But there's just so much going on just now with everything. It's been hard to get time for everything.
One of the things that was passed as well was changes to what was the Johnson's Pay, or the EFL trophy, with extending the numbers and some of the Premier League under-21 sides coming in. So it's an argument which there's two sides to.
Yeah, I can actually see both sides of this, if I'm perfectly honest. I can totally understand the concerns about under-21 teams, cult teams if you like, from the Premiership getting involved in a Football League trophy. I can totally see the argument. I can also see the argument about trying to refresh it and rebrand it and trying to do something different sometimes, if it makes it better. I mean, at the end of the day, as I say, I can see both sides of the argument. It is only for 1 year, which kind of gives me a wee bit of faith that, you know, it's not necessarily set in stone. It's a trial for a year, but at the end of the day, the last thing we want to do is have to get down the line of Premiership under-21 teams in our league. And I think the reason probably they're looking to try and do it is because they changed the loan system. They'll be looking for their under-21 players to get competitive games, and with the loan system changing this year, that no emergency loans, it's only standard loans, that'll restrict the number of loans that'll probably go on this year to Football League clubs from Premiership clubs. The likes of Suli Kaikai as an example, there's probably less chance of him going out on loan this year because they don't have the flexibility of bringing him back on a short-term loan. It's window to window only, and that's it. So I think that will preclude a lot of players going from Premiership to Football League clubs. So obviously, I'm assuming, reading between the lines, that the Premiership clubs have then thought, well, how can we get our under-21 players some games? And this trophy, this new EFL trophy, seems to be the one, the old Johnson Paint trophy seems to be the one that they've gone for. So we'll monitor it, and as I say, I can see both sides to the argument.
I guess the thing with it as well, you look at the early stages of it, it's not that well supported. It's only in the latter stages, but now you've got a chance of, say, an Old Trafford or a Highbury or an Anfield or something to play a team.
Yeah, my understanding is they do actually have to play, if it's a Premiership 21s game, they've actually got to play in the registered ground, stadium, which is, certainly an attraction. I do think it's one we need to be careful of. I do think we need to monitor it. Okay, it's for 1 season, it's a trial. I think the competition, if I'm honest, by the looks of it, from an outsider looking in, I've never been to one of the games before, obviously, but from an outsider looking in, it isn't a competition that's ever struck me as being anything too important. So, but maybe that's wrong, and we should always look at these things seriously. But anything that improves it, we have to look at, and whether this is the right thing to do or not, time will tell over the course of this season.
I think the fans' concerns, though, is like a stealth way of the Premier League bringing under-21 teams into the Football League, which personally I don't think it's a thing which would work. No,
I don't think so either. I think they'll ever get to that stage. You never say never, but I would very much doubt that we'll ever get to that. I think sometimes you do need a freshness, and I think, as I say, I can see both sides to the argument, and time will tell. The good thing for me is it's only 1 year trial, and I think that's a trial for a year is worth trying. Personally, that's my own personal opinion. As I say, we'll see how it goes over the course of the season.
And the loans thing that you touched on there, it could have a big impact on the size of squads at the lower level and how they can change during the season.
Definitely, I think that will change quite considerably. As I say, the numbers will not be the same, in my opinion, filtering down from the Football League, because Premiership clubs, the managers will not want like to lose players that haven't had the flexibility of returning them back, and it'll probably be younger ones who are further away from the first team, who they might then loan out because it's loan window to window. I think that will definitely impact on the numbers, and I think the squad sizes, everything. But at the end of the day, that's good, because you don't want to have too many loans anyway. I think too many loans sometimes dilute it a wee bit, and sometimes when you need people fighting for the club in the in the trenches, shall we say, then you want players who are your own signed players, because it means something to them. Probably more so because potentially they became in a 2-year contract, so it's important they want to be playing hopefully at a higher level and be pushing the club forward.
One other thing from the conference was the fan engagement, and the clubs will need to have like a sports parliament, something that we're quite on top of already.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually quite enjoyed the supporters parliament meetings. I've been to a couple of them now. I like the format. I'm getting to learn more, and I think there's a lot we can do together with the umbrella of the supporters parliament, with the various supporters groups linked over into one. I think there's a lot of good things that can come out of it. Hopefully there'll be things that we've spoken about in the previous couple of meetings that I've attended that we can start and look at it, because I've said before, if I don't know about it, I can't fix it. And there are things that they're bringing up which is great for me, because at the end of the day it allows me to look at what I should maybe be channeling to try and get more people to the stadium, to make it a better match day experience, and just basically generally improve the club. So I mean, I'm a great believer in fan engagement. Done it before and will always continue to do it. Now, I've said to the guys in the fans parliament, where possible I'll be at every meeting they want me to be at. So I'm looking forward to I think the relationship we've got with the fans parliament can only go from strength to strength going forward, and there are a number of things on the go just now with them, and hopefully we can get them over the line too, and start and move forward together.
Away from the stadium as well, training ground work goes on quite well up there. Are we on target to your headline of August opening?
I never ever said August opening. I did say at the time, I was misquoted in that one. It was, I did say I didn't want to put a date on it. It would be August, hopefully August or September, providing the weather was okay. But unfortunately that's the way sometimes these headlines work. We are monitoring it closely. Dave's working really, these guys are working really hard on everything. We've got a number of things that have obviously taken place in the last couple of weeks. We are hoping that it will be seeded by the end of June, and then it's thereafter we're in the lap of the weather and the gods to see if the weather's kind to us, then hopefully the seed will be through and it will be well seeded and properly done for as soon as we pass 6 to 8 weeks maybe. So we'll see. We'll obviously need to monitor. We don't want to put dates on it. At the end of the day, it puts pressure on everybody, which isn't fair. And the most important thing is that the facility is right and it's fit for purpose. We're also looking quite closely just now at the building and how we form the changing rooms and the offices, gym, and that kind of thing as well, to make sure it's right as well. So got a few things on the go with that just now, which is taking up quite a bit of my time last week, to be honest with you. So there's always things on the go in here.
I suppose with the training ground there's a timetable, so the irrigation, the hard work's been put in, the surfaces are taking place. Buildings can't really go on until they shift the 300 tonne of soil and bits and bobs they've got on the car park already. Yeah,
well, I was out on Wednesday last week with Dave when we were just walking round. He was showing me what the works had been done, and then I was back out on Sunday, which is quite sad, to see the difference, because it was it wasn't even, it was actually because he hasn't seeded it yet, because he'd cultivated it, so the grass was all killed off and the drainage was all done on Wednesday, and then when I went out on Sunday it was just all brown. It looked like a potato field, but it does assure me we're on track and everything's good going forward. So hopefully he's right. I'm sure he is.
Because the buildings can't really move in until that's clear.
No, we need to clear the space, but obviously we want to get the right building. The building's got to be fit for everybody, fit for purpose as well as the grass too. So it's one stage at a time. The most important thing is the grass, because that's where they do the work.
Don't forget the media office.
Of course, the media office as well. That's the second most important place.